America. This was in Australia, and that bottle says pure and tasty because they cut out my purity, and this is a heart. See this? In the middle of my soya sauce with the lighter, because they're trying to make it this woman's lighter and more pure. And that's when I knew that my grandmother was talking to me. And because this girl hates me, she ruined me all over Christchurch after my face got ruined. And somebody said it's to do with this sister. They call her one of the sisters, and she's a tourist. I think it's Annie or one of those redheads. She just went on a mission and destroyed my whole identity. And I was not like that at all. These are like my ancestral roots. I was really connected to spiritual guides, and here you go. I've written these letters to somebody. Australians defamation, I'm a liar and a bitch and a cold-hearted snake. They're destroying me and defrauding me. I need democracy and human rights. What date's this? 24th of May. That's just as I got poisoned. Yeah. Damn it. There must have been some video here. Blocked psychological help. It is unbelievable, they're saying, but it's real. New Zealand and Australia have blocked aid. I was stalked in Sweden from Japan and scam, rape and abuse. I've shown a photo of Japan. They've got all these snakes and Japanese t-shirts. I said, I want to protest for my rights in my life. Like an animal. I need love from the support. He's murdered everything. This is deep disapproval, that I'm jealous and I was a hoe and that I'm not conscious. And none of my internet would ever go, like no matter how many times. And I just said they got the whole world believing I'm immoral. See, it's still not sending. And also, my mum believes in these rich illusions and I have needs. I am disabled. Everybody helps them, but I'm left. My stomach had urine and feces not releasing, and the doctors never tested me, and the hospital sent me home 2 times, no testing. Now I can't go to the toilet. 2024. All institutes are blocked. So I've got all this cancer because you can see I believed I had leukemia, and I believed some of the girls were leaking on the TV that they injected me with HIV, and I've got thyroid cancer. And I just said here, I've got PTSD, it's a disability. I said the girlfriends are using me and dragging me in a VIP club, and it's stressful. I said every time I go to the toilet they go on I'm disgusting, and I said it's discrimination and harassment. I said I had a small business when she first attacked me as a tax fraud and a liar. And that's when I went for my visa, and it's like you become insecure, my face is ruined, and I'm just left with no one. And that's all the stuff that was going on in Australia, because they were saying I got George Floyded by the cops, but I was like sick with COVID stuff, and I was painting all this kind of inspiring stuff, and I was happy. I was always buying art gear, and they just killed me for my inspiration. They said these girls were the manipulators about career or something. And I was painting all these photos. So and so they've made a massive group called the Spiritual Savage, like I'm a savage, and stolen that I was like a lady, like made me the opposite character. I've tried to volunteer and they were blocking there's all these crimes that were done to me, and I can't access what I need. There's my photos of leukemia. See how it's like a massive bruise?